When it comes to editing your tracks, there's a lot of different things that you can do. You can trim, you can split, you can loop, you can duplicate. So let's take this one for example. This one was me talking. There's a lot of dead space at the end of this. What I could do is just tap on it and I can trim it up there. So I'm going to undo this just so I can show you another thing that I could do. I could tap on it and I could split it. And maybe I could move this if I wanted to, or I could delete it. So that's two other ways. You can also cut, copy and paste if you need to as well. One really useful one, especially if you're doing found sounds, is renaming it, because afterwards chances are students are not going to remember the right sounds for it. So I'm going to delete this because I do not need it. Another one that you could have is you could loop it. So a loop is just going to repeat the same thing one or two more times. This is twice more. And it's just going to loop and go back in itself now. I don't need that to be in there. And then the other options that you have are you can speed things up. You can loop, you can reverse if you want. So if you want, I'm just going to move this over here. And this is me talking.
What is the weather like in space?
So what I'm going to do is I am going to reverse that.
That was me.
Now I kind of sound like I'm in space or speaking another language. So maybe let's not reverse that. But it is something that students can have a lot of fun with. We can also speed it up. So I can 4 by myself. Again, that does not sound like the same language. Or I could speed it down. I'm not going to torture you and have you listen to that really, really slow. One thing that I did notice when I did the robot in this one here,
it is really warm in space today.
It possibly is a little too fast, and it might actually gain from being a little bit slower. So I can make it twice as long.
It is really warm in space today.
So that gives a totally other effect to it. But the main ones, obviously those are additional settings. The main ones that you are going to use are the trimming from either side, splitting in the middle, looping, deleting, or renaming. So in rename, you just give, this is main audio. Or you can give it the name, and the robot's already robot, so I know what that is. They're your main editing settings in GarageBand.